has nothing to do with the Bible, and that's even satanic in itself. Go on, brother.
It said, because he has said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us.
Right, it shall not come unto us. Go on.
For we have made lies our refuge.
And that's IUIC, and that's what they believe. They believe if they sell out and they can accumulate so much wealth, then somehow, some way, because they sold out to Esau's going to give them. Esau's going to give them a leeway to avoid from judgment. But guess what? Esau's going to destroy them too. Because Esau's not going to have to lead them in the masses. Okay, even these celebrities, because they made a pact with Esau, the devil. They think that they're going to be they're going to avoid the crunch time when Esau brings it up. That's what they think. That's not going to happen. Go on.
It says, for we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves.
Lies.
Therefore thus saith the Lord power, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone.
Right, and that stone is talking about Yahweh Shai. You can read about that stone in Daniel's 2nd chapter, in the 42nd verse, I believe to be going.
A tried stone, he suffered.
Yeah.
A precious cornerstone,
Right, a precious cornerstone. On
a sure foundation.
a sure foundation, and that's the foundation we stand on, man. We stand on Yahweh Shai. We don't stand on no other foundation rather than Yahweh Shai. Now, people blatantly call him Christ. We call him Yahweh Shai. He's spoken to Hebrew. Okay. So the thing about it is, man, if you standing on Esau's foundation, that's not a sure foundation. Okay, when you sell out your congregation to the government, guess what? The government has more control over your foundation than you do. That's why you can't teach 100% truth. Okay, that's why you gotta be careful in what you say, and that's why they're going as far as saying you can't talk about Esau. Any camp is talking about Esau, you're gonna shut the camp down. See that? Because they've been compromised.
But they're Esau, in Job 9:24, it said that Esau covers up the face of the judges because he's all about force and all about lies.
Right.
Now, in the final 7, they're trying to cover up. They're also about lies, man. They're on the side of the wicked. The wicked that the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. They're taken up for the wicked, man. But it says, therefore thus saith the Lord power, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone.
Right, and Zion is talking about our people. We're Zion. Okay, them so-called Jews over there, let's call themselves Jewish, which should let you know from the jump based on the name Jewish. That should let you know that they're not the real Jews. Because they call themselves Jewish. Why you gonna call yourself Jewish when you should just call yourself a Jew?
Exactly.
You understand? So that's showing you right there that them scallywags over there are not the Jews. The so-called blacks that were in the captivity in slavery are the Jews. Because we fit the bill. We fit the prophecy. Okay? Go on, brother. And I don't cut you too. And that's why they also call themselves Israeli. What does the word Israeli mean? It means modern day Jew. What's the difference between a modern day Jew and an actual Jew? Why can't you just say you're a Jew? Because they're not the Jews. Go on, brother.
I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone,
Right.
a tried stone, a precious cornerstone,
Come on.
a sure foundation.
Uh-huh.
He that believeth shall not make haste.
He that believeth shall not make haste. They're not going to panic. Go on.
It's a stumbling stone to IUIC. Judgment also will I lay to the land,
Right.
and righteousness to the plummet, and the hail shall sweep away the refuge of lies.
Right. And the hail. All right. Like for example, when you have like a hailstone come down and it's power dropping on top of your head, you want to get you shit. You want to go back home. Is that them hailstones are coming down? Okay. And sometimes it's painful too, because they're like, it's like a rock basically. You know what I mean? A little speckle of pepper is coming down in your head. You know what I mean? So the Lord is going to sweep. The hail. The Lord is going to use the hail to sweep the refuge of lies. And that day is going to come. And that's why the IUIC guys, especially the top members, they've sold out. Because they think, well, if I sell out, then I can refuse. I can money, gain as much money as possible. And if I keep doing it, I'll keep making more money and more money to the point where we'll be able to build a church and we'll gain some level of power. But guess what? That's a false power. It's not power was given by Esau, man. So the same way Esau gave you that same power, he can take that power from you. Go on.
It says, and the hail shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the waters shall overflow the hiding place.
Right.
Judgment also will I lay to the land,
Right.
and righteousness to the plummet. And the hail shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the waters shall overflow the hiding place.
Right, like the waters is talking about basically the destruction that's going to come down with it. Like for example, when you go into like the Pacific Ocean, in the middle of the ocean, you see those those waves, those major waves, and some of them can grow to a higher size to the point where it can destroy the strongest boat that's riding in amongst those seas, so to speak. So the Lord is going to bring about destruction in their own church. Okay, because that church, that's not a sure foundation. You're IUIC member. You're not a part of your house shop. Okay, you're not standing on something that's sure. You're standing on something that's built on the sand. It's not foundation.
Yeah. I was thinking about that.
Example is the comforter at the Dakia.
Right.
He was doing good for all these years, and then he got raided by the FBI.
Yeah, he got. See that? See that? I
They
forgot
got
about
raided
that.
by the FBI. Yeah, just like that.
See? See? You see that? See, that's what I'm talking about. See, that's what not what I'm talking about. That's what the scriptures is talking about. This doesn't. What is this real name? Jermaine Grant, right? I call him Jermaine Grant. Okay, the big overgrown gorilla growl. You know what I mean? This shit got told, man. Because the Lord ain't dealing with it. Go on, it's not a sure foundation.
Made the deal with the devil, and the devil came after him still, man.
What's that new 8 films called Kong Island, Kong Skull Island or something?
Cow Island, yeah.
On Matthew 7, verse 24. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell not.
That's great mills going, brother.
For it was founded upon a rock.
It was founded upon a rock, and that's Great Millstone. That's why we call ourselves Great Millstone. And by the way, somebody gave us that name. Starting with the apostles. The apostles, said that some guy gave them that name. So we're a stone that's not going to be overthrown. Okay. And what does a millstone do? It grinds. It grinds things that's in its way. So if necessary, if a guy comes with false doctrine, we're gonna grind that to smithereens.
Right.
Go on, brother.
And everyone that heareth these sayings of it says for us founded upon a rock, you got the name.
Right.
And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not,
It says everybody that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not, go on,
shall be likened unto a foolish man.
right? And the whole IUIC congregation, and HOBC, the IUIC, all of those alphabetical Israelite camps, okay, they're foolish, man. Go on, brother.
Which built his house upon the sand,
Right.
and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it.
And that's like you made mention, brother, Tassa Black here, right? His foundation got raided in by the cops, the NYPD. Check that out.
FBI.
FBI. See that? What you say, bro? So that's just the whole thing. So at the end of the day, even Islam, if you're a bugged out nigga want to be a Muslim, you definitely ain't on no short foundation. Okay? She got certain guys, man, they in Islam, they trying to mix Islam with the Bible. That's madness, man. The Bible is the true book. Okay, there's no other book besides the Bible, man. The Bible is the supreme. The Bible is the supreme book. Okay? That's just the thing, man. We reading the Bible. We don't need no Quran word for that. We got the Bible. We got all that we need and some more. Go on, brother.
Going back in Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 18. and your covenant with death shall be reading on, and your covenant with death shall be disannulled,
Right.
and your agreement with hell shall not stand.
You know what it is? Because Esau is going to be destroyed and his power is going to be stripped from him. So the guy that you sold out to, he's going to use his power and then you're going to lose your power. All right? And that's why you got these camps out here. They all about making money. They're not about teaching you how to shine. They're about making money. It's a dollar thing. That's all it is. And it's also a proud look that they get from it too. They get to wear these old Power Ranger looking garments, Superman looking garments, and they're going to save all of Israel. You ain't going to save nobody. You might as well look forward to saving yourself because you're going to be destroyed like no other. Okay, go on, brother.
With hell shall not stand when the overflowing scourge shall pass through.
Right.
Then you shall be trodden down by it.
Right, you shall be trodden down by it. They think that because they sell out to Esau, Esau's just going to give them their fair share. And Esau ain't going to deal with it. No, Esau is going to deal with you. All right? Because you teaching this Hebrew doctrine, hey, that's going to be against the New World Order. So if you teaching that Hebrew doctrine, they're going to basically close your shit up. All right? And that's the whole thing. So it's stupid. How you going to sell out to society? Well, that one day, you ain't going to be to push that Bible, man. All right? You ain't going to be to push about Israel. But I understand one thing because they're playing the same positions that they played in ancient Rome as the Pharisees. The Pharisees and Sadducees. That's all they're doing. They're just doing it, be making that. Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, oh yeah, don't forget to go back to Ezekiel 27.
1 Corinthians chapter 14 verse 32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets.
Right, so them same spirits come back all over again. And that's why we can do this thing like nothing. We don't feel funny or scared or to come out here and do the work because we did this before. It's in us. It's in our spiritual DNA to do what we're doing. A lot of chicks can do what we're doing because they've never done it to begin with. Go on, brother.
John 11 verse 47. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees in council. They said, what do we? For this man believes many miracles. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nations.
You know what that represents? Power. They're going to take away their power. Okay? And that's just the whole thing. So when you're given power by another nation, guess what? That same nation of people that you sell out to, they can basically take away your power. And it happens all the time. You see these celebrities, they sell out. Okay? And what happens is they become basically broke all over again, or they just stop. These are the ones that reject the Jesus. So we're going to get natural power. The natural power is going to be beyond the power shop. Okay? We're getting with the Father and power. That's the Islam. That's the Islam.
And one of them, named Caiaphas, being the high priest that same year, said unto them, you know nothing at all, nor consider that it's expedient for us that one man should die for the people.
Right, and high priest Caiaphas knew that. He knew that Yahweh Shah was the God that took the
And that the whole nation perish not. And this spake he not of himself, but being high priest that year, he prophesied that Yahweh Shah should die for that nation.
That's the whole thing. Why did the high priest Caiaphas prophesy of that? Because the high priest Caiaphas who had at the time was the Old Testament. They had the Tanakh. That's all they had. Okay, that's why Paul and all of the apostles and the disciples knew that Yahweh Shah was the God, because you read in the Old Testament. Okay, and even the scribes and the Pharisees, if they were studies of the law, if they were experts of the law, then damn sure they were experts of the Old Testament. And they damn sure knew that Yahweh Shah was the man to redeem Israel. They knew this. It's like how Nate knows that they know Lord. Nate knows who Yahweh Shah is. Nate knows that he teaches the 100% truth. But guess what? Because he's sold out, he has to play the puppet leader. He has to be a pacifist to pacify his own people. And telling his congregation not to teach in the name of the Lord and not to teach against Esau. Which that's a major part of the standard of the doctrine. That we teach against the so-called white man and his oppression. That's a part of the Bible, man. So when you knock that out of the Bible, what you're really doing is you're knocking the importance of the doctrine. That's what you're doing. And the reason why Nate and them are doing that because now Esau's going to use these jackasses as his pacifists. Okay, just like Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King, he was somewhat of a declared leader for so-called blacks, but he was a pacifist at the same time. Because when Jake was getting their ass by the cops, he was telling them, look, just be peaceful, have a peaceful demonstration, protest, while they were getting their ass going. So having this thing in them, they teaching that Israel, you're the chosen people, but then in another tongue they say, look, you gotta be Esau and Esau, man. You can't be talking about this. This was the born. Right, they born paper, like the brother said. And I'm gonna say this as well. One last thing I'm gonna say. As it tells you in Ezekiel 33, it says we are the watchman. So the watchman is supposed to warn the government of that city of the enemy. Aren't we watchmen? So we're supposed to warn Israel of the enemy as well. If they require, we're supposed to let them know the deal. But if you're not teaching that America's going to be destroyed, and you're not teaching about what the enemy's going to do or about the enemy, then you're a pacifist. That's all you are. You ain't doing the right job. Go on, brother.
But this is going into that you know that guy that the disciples says who they saw a man blind from his birth, and the disciples said who sinned. And then it's basically the story of go to the point. This is John 9 verse 26. Then said they, meaning the scribes and the Pharisees, to him again, what did he to thee? What did he to thee? How opened he thine eyes? This is the blind man. The blind man, he answered them, I have told you already, and ye did not hear. Wherefore would ye hear it again?
Right.
Will ye also be his disciples? Then they reviled him and said, thou art his disciple, but we are Moses' his disciples. We know that the Most High spake unto Moses. As for this fellow, we know not from whence he is.
And that's IURC. They subscribe to the Mosaic law. That's why they always tell you.
Right.
Keep the law. Just keep the law back. And if you don't keep the law, you're going to be destroyed, brother.
Right.
At the same time, the Lord tells you to talk about Esau.
Another clue right there.
It's another clue. See, they're them guys are the scribes and the Pharisees, man. They're them guys, man.
That's right.
So it says, verse 30, the man, meaning the blind man, the man answered and said unto them, why herein is a marvelous thing, that ye know not from whence he is, and yet he hath opened mine eyes. Now we know that the Most High heareth not sinners, but if any man be a worshipper of the Most High, and doeth his will, him he heareth.
And that's what it's all about, man. Because I mean, hey man, you could have done some wickedness in the world or whatever, but if you subscribe to the doctrine of Yahushua, the doctrine of the Supreme Being, then hey, your sins could be forgiven. Okay? So it ain't nothing wrong with that, but the Lord, when it tells you in John, what is that? I think it's 3 and 14, I could be wrong, it says, for the Lord hated sins. The reason why the Lord said he hated, the reason why it says that, because those sinners don't want to repent. So if you don't want to repent from your sins, then the Lord is going to despise you. Guess what? If you subscribe to the doctrine of Yahushua, the Lord will forgive you. Go on.
Since the world began, was it not heard that any man opened the eyes of one that was born blind? If this man were not of the Most High, he could do nothing. They answered and said unto him, thou was altogether born in sins, and dost thou teach us? And they cast him out.
Yeah, they cast him out.
So they cast him out. Yahushua heard that they had cast him out, and when he had found him, he said unto him, dost thou believe on the Son of the Most High? Let me go to let let me start from verse 14. And it was the Sabbath day when Yahushua made the clay and opened his eyes. Then again the Pharisees also asked him how he had received his sight. He said unto them, he put clay upon mine eyes, and I washed and do see.
And that's funny because our bodies are made out of clay. So, that's why, like, for example, you got skin issues. Like dry skin issues, like I got some dry skin around here sometimes. Just put some clay on that, it'll be skin, basically. Because our bodies are made out of clay.
Therefore said some of the Pharisees, this man is not of the Most High, because he keepeth not the Sabbath day. Because he keepeth not the law. Others said, how can a man that is a sinner do such miracles?
Right. So they said that Yahushua was a sinner, man. That's what they said. But the reason why they said that because he didn't subscribe to the Mosaic law. Because they believe Yahushua is just a regular God. Because Yahushua, he didn't come with this what is it? Glorious soul of God. He didn't come with that look. So again, projection. If Yahushua came with a garment that was royal looking, then they would have respected him. With the right schools, the right credentials and all of that, they would have respected him. Because he didn't have the dress code and the credentials, he was just a commoner.
And you were saying, you were telling people to believe on him, to have faith on him.
Yeah.
That he was the guy that you should have faith on me. You know what I'm trying to say? So they looked at it like, here it is, you're doing things on they're accusing of any little thing. You're healing people on the Sabbath day and everything like that. And they're also saying he was about faith. They was about the law. That we, the disciples of Yahushua, we're about faith. We emphasize faith. Paul emphasized faith before the law. Okay? But IUIC and the wicked scribes and the Pharisees, they were all about just the law. But it says, how can a man that is a sinner do such miracles? And there was a division among them. So there were believers and unbelievers among the scribes and the Pharisees.
And it's the same way like that. You got believers of the IUIC, Mosaic doctrine, and you got those within IUIC that question themselves, maybe Great Millstone got the truth. So it's the same thing going on all over.
They must know. They must know. Because even ISUPK, when I was speaking with them last week, when I told them about coming out, do you think the white man took Israelite out of West Africa? And they knew if it, you could tell by that, the way they answered it, they knew that, of course not. So, people can't be that dumb, man. There must be guys in there following Nathaniel and them that know that it ain't right, but they don't have the confidence to come out of that shit. But that's the whole point of why we get on these other camps, to help those brothers who don't have the confidence to have the confidence to get up out of it before judgment.
They always gotta address the end issues. They gotta always address the name issue. They gotta always address the mark of the beast issue. Because it's clear that people within the congregation are questioning it. They're asking questions. Man.
Yeah. And you know what too? I was gonna go there, brother. People took it. They're going.
Yeah. So it's like that's why they always gotta come back and say no. Always gotta go through it. Listen, it's not the mark of the beast. Yeah. Or you don't gotta make the name a doctrine. Or asking questions. Man.
They're asking questions.
But when they're watching the other videos, I think it looks kind of obvious. But then your elders or whatever rank you call them, your bishops, they're saying it's not. But it looks like it is.
Because they lied. They made lies their refuge, man. They made a falsehood. They made an agreement with death, man.
Yeah.
And that's why I said.
I gotta say one more thing, brother. And that's why if you notice, Nate, ages ago, I believe it was last year, he gave a decree in Eden, and he said, look, a lot of you guys, man, you need to stop window shopping. Meaning, don't watch the videos of Great Millstone. Because guys are watching this. Because they know that maybe we got the truth in their mind.
Yeah, stop watching I remember that video. Stop watching those guys.
Yeah.
Stop window shopping. Stop watching those guys.
Yeah.
They're gonna bring the congregation to the grave, man. To corruption, to death, because it tells you in shit. Let me just. Where am I? Excuse me. Let me just put that out. Put that there. Let me get Acts real quick. Here a little and there a little, you know what I'm saying? This is Acts chapter 4 verse 12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. So what they're doing is, because them guys are some motherfucking wicked demons, man, because what they're doing is they're taking away the key away from Jacob. They're not even that really salvation. They're basically salvation, the kingdom. That's why Yahweh Shai said this. Hold on. Let me get it. Where's that scripture, man? Where is it, man? It says, I know it's in Luke, it must be in Luke there. Because he told something to the wicked scribes and the wicked Pharisees. He says something to them, yeah. Here it is. Luke chapter 11 verse 52. Woe unto you lawyers, or the scribes and Pharisees, because they're the ones in the law. Woe unto you lawyers, for ye have taken away the key of knowledge. Ye entered not in yourselves, and them that were entering in ye hindered. Because you hindered them, you hindered them that were entering into the kingdom by not giving them their name, man. Because that's the means of their salvation. So they don't enter in because they sold out, and they're hindering them that are entering in by not giving them the name. So that makes them fucking Pharisees. They're the weak. That's them. Yeah, that's them. The scripture says you know a tree by its fruit. So we know them. We know that they're the scribes because they're doing exactly back then, man. Who else could it be talking? Who else could be the scribes and the Pharisees back again, man? Who else?
Same thing.
It's them, man. Let me read that part again. It says, because he was cursing them out. He was basically saying all kinds of things about it. He's saying, let me go to verse 46 of the same chapter, Luke 11, yeah? Let me start verse 45. Oh, damn. Let me start verse 44. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites. Because you're hypocrites. You're saying keep the law, but you got shape-ups, dreadlocks. So it says, for ye are as graves which appear not. And the men that walk over them are not aware of them. So the people that are following you niggas are not aware that you're the grave, man. That you're the devil. That you made that agreement with them.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
So Yahweh Shai said you're as graves that appear not, and the men that walk over you, they're not even aware that you're the grave, man.
You know, brother.
So guys are following you, and they're not aware. They're not even aware of the fact that you're gonna lead them straight to death, man. That's what Yahweh Shai said.
You can get me John 15 and 16 where it says that the blind people are blind.
Right, John what?
I was thinking about that, yeah.
I think it's John 15 and 16.
The blind leading the blind.
That's what that is, man. That's what that is. But the brother, that's what it is.
I don't know what it is, bro.
Right there, that scripture, man. That's another clue of those Pharisees back in the incarnation.
That's them, man. That's them, fam.
And I mean, you got many graves, man. You got HODC 12, you got ISHK, and they got the AOCC. They're nothing but graves out there that appeared not graves, okay? And the people follow them, and take their word for it. But when you actually dissect their doctrine, those that are more versed in the scriptures, you understand something that they're just talking shit, and it doesn't add up at all.
But that guy, man, the loud one, he's always going on about if we get on their midst, yeah, like what's that gotta do with salvation?
It does have something to do with salvation.
It does have everything to do with salvation, man.
You know why it does have something to do? I don't cut you, brother. The reason why it has something to do with salvation, because if you got one guy teaching you that the name doesn't exist or the name doesn't hold any significance, which is salvation, and that is